I'm going to show you guys some easy low budget investments you can make on FIFA 23. But before we jump into that, I need to show you the easiest way for you to get some coins. If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com and use code CHIEF for 5% off at checkout. Now let's get right into this video. Alright boys, so diving into this video, we're going to be talking low budget investments, and specifically we're going to be investing for Champions League marquee matchups and just the normal marquee matchups. Now it might seem like that's far away, but we like to get in on these investments early because a lot of times you can sell in the hype before these SBCs come out and actually make a lot more profit. So let's start off with the UCL marquee matchups, and these are just predictions that I'm making of what could be in UCL marquee matchups. First one I'm going to be looking at is Inter versus Barcelona. So the simplest investment you can make is just going for the cheapest players on the market. So you'd go pick up like Eric Garcia, Hector Bellerin, Marcus Alonso from Barcelona, and then you jump over to Inter here and you'd go pick up their cheapest players. I believe D'Ambrosio is a good one. He's a center back. The center backs are always a safe play just because they're in every formation. The wing backs are usually not great. So I typically try to pick up center backs, strikers, cards that are in every single formation. So those are a couple easy ones, basically discard price investments. Just store them in your club, and a lot of times these will double in price before the SBCs even came, which is what we saw this past week. A lot of these cards doubled in price, and then this SBC didn't come out, so they just went right back down. So our next one we're going to be looking at is just Sevilla versus Dortmund here, another potential good matchup here. And Sevilla here, we got a center mid, we got a striker here for discard price. And again, you could go all in on these guys if you want. For me, I'm just buying a bunch of players and storing them in the club, just like one of each. And since we're buying at discard price, you can double your coins on each one of these, assuming that they go up in price here. I mean, it's pretty much just free coins, just buying these cards and selling them on. Now, when you want to buy these is typically early Sunday, because that's when people are opening squad battles rewards. So you get a lot of common gold supply with squad battles rewards, which is why we like to buy then. So another one we'll be looking at here is Premier League Chelsea. And the reason we like to sell in the hype and we don't expect a ton of coins out of these cards that we're investing in is because at the beginning of the year right now, the requirements for these SBCs, like the different marquee matchups, usually aren't that strict. So cards don't really shoot up in price a ton. And this one we're going to be looking at Chelsea versus AC Milan. So a lot of times these cards don't shoot up in price, like I was saying. So we'd like to sell in the hype because that's usually when they're worth the most coins, is before the SBC comes out. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I need to invest in this because these are going to be really expensive. And then they're just not, because it'll be AC Milan versus Chelsea, but it will be like have one Serie A player and one Premier League player in the squad, and it's that simple to do. So usually these won't skyrocket in price, which is why we like to sell before. So those were 6 teams, 3 different matchups for UCL marquee matchups. Now let's get into the normal marquee matchups. Hold up, stop the video. If you guys want to be making more coins on FIFA 23, make sure that you are following on Twitch for all my daily live streams. We do live daily trading there, answering your questions and everything like that to help you guys make the most coins possible. And join the Discord. Links to everything are in the description. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe, and let's get right back into the action. We're going to be looking at PSG versus Marseille for the first one. And again, we're just going to be looking at basic stuff like investing in these discard price cards here. Again, zero risk whatsoever because this is the cheapest you can possibly pick these cards up for. So PSG and Marseille cards here we'll pick up for like 350, 400 a piece here. Storm in the club, no problem. And then our next one is going to be the classic El Clasico in La Liga, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. So Barcelona cards pretty reliable here because they have good potential to be in UCL marquee matchups or normal marquee matchups. So could see a nice price increase in those. And then our last one here we're going to be looking at is Premier League, and it's going to be Man City versus Liverpool, the big one here. And if we take a look here, what are all these cards going for? City cards up in price at the moment because people expected them to be in marquee matchups. However, they are not here, and they don't really have any common goals, do they? Because I think we got rid of our only common gold, actually, Stefan. Yeah, so there's no common golds for City. So honestly, they're not like a crazy good investment because there's so much rare supply. Now, if we look at United here, we could have a look at these, and there are quite a few common golds that are really, really cheap for United here. Dallo, Van de Beek, just because they're such a small club, they have a lot more common golds. So you can see you can pick those up for nice and cheap. So that was a quick run through of a bunch of different marquee matchups investments, basically just going in on minimum price common golds. And I'd probably expect these to just double in price just off the back of hype for these SBCs. So before they're even released, we could double our coins on all of these cards. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video.